Hello students, this is Supriya Mogle, Assistant Professor at Center for Distance Education, Shivaji University, Kolhapur. Today I am going to discuss about one of the most important topic of management, that is directing. Okay, so in this video we are going to learn what is directing, what is motivation and various theories of motivation. So let's start. So first is directing. What is directing? In the previous lectures, we have seen other functions like planning, organizing and staffing. Okay, planning means where we plan for something. Organizing, decide who is going to work, what type of work. Okay, and in staffing, staffing means if we don't have enough employees, we will recruit new staff and then we will organize the work among them. So what is directing? Okay, directing means it deals with the steps a manager takes against subordinates and others to carry out the plans. That means here the manager or the team leader is going to guide other staff. Suppose one person not getting how to do the work, or he is not clear what is to be done or what is expected from him, then manager is going to give the direction to that person, or he will guide to that person, he will guide the employees how to do the work. So how directing is done, how do they direct? So first is communication. So manager will communicate with the staff. Okay, if someone has personal issues or having anxiety or having stress or anything, if he is not clear or if he has some problems with the working, then manager will communicate, or the subordinates or the supervisor will communicate with that person, and it can be solved by the communicating. Then leadership. So the leader will lead the team. Okay, he will directly command the staff what is expected from him and how the work is to be done, how to achieve the goal, what steps are included in the working, etc. is included in the leadership. Then motivation. Okay, what is motivation? Managers, every organization manager also play a role of motivator. He will motivate the employees to work efficiently and effectively. So how do they motivate? They motivate employees, or organization provide some incentives, some rewards on the basis of their performance. Okay, how do they perform? On the basis of that performance, the person or the employees will get some incentives, some rewards from the organization, and then the employees will be motivated and they will work very effectively and efficiently. Then supervision. Manager supervises your work or the employees work. He will observe what you are working, how you are working, and suppose if there are some changes that needs in the working, then manager will communicate with you. Okay, so this is the elements included in directing, where manager uses these elements while directing other subordinates. Next is concept of motivation. Okay, as I have explained, organizations offer incentives or welfare benefits or rewards to motivate the employees. So according to Kit Davis, motivation is the process by which behavior is energized and directed. So in performance, okay, we are going to measure the performance of the employees. Okay, and we set the standard of the performance, and when we compare their performance with our standard, if it is high, if it is above the standards, then he is performing very good. And if his performance is high, the best positive motivators will be praise or prestige. Praise means the manager or your boss is going to praise your work. He will prestige. Prestige means giving rank, giving respect in the organization, or the who are having high performance will get the promotion, the paychecks are considered as the best positive motivators. Or some other motivators like security, means job security, means permanent job, or you have that confidence by the organization, then you will not be removed from the organization. That is called job security. Or esteem means some compliments are given, or some praise, achievements, affiliation, a good relationship with the boss and employees. So these are also considered as a good motivators in any organization. So it is depend on the organization, what are their policies, and what are their terms and condition. As per that, they are going to consider some type of motivators to motivate the employees. Then next part is theories of motivation. Okay, so there are various theories and they are classified on the basis of human needs, human nature, or based on the expectancy of human beings, and which are developed by various scientists or various researchers. So we are going to study one by one. First is Abraham Maslow's theory, or it is the diagram is also called Maslow's pyramid or Maslow's hierarchy theory. Okay, so what he says, human needs are changing. Okay, every human has some needs, and they are have some sequence, they are going to increase day by day. And there are five needs he has developed in his research. And first is physiological needs. Okay, physiological needs means for our physical, what needs are important for our physic, for our day-to-day life. So first is food, water, shelter, basic needs. Okay, so this is called physiological needs. Then safety needs means safety from natural calamities, flood, etc. Or security from security of job. Then, after having physiological and safety needs, a person is not going to satisfy. His expectations are increasing day by day, his needs and wants are increasing day by day. So, next is belongingness and love needs. These are considered as a psychological needs. Okay, so belonging and love needs, every person or any person cannot live in isolation. Okay, any person cannot live single. So he needs a family, he needs friends, he needs life partner in their lives. So this is a very important need for any human being. So this is called belongingness and love needs. After that, he needs esteem needs. Esteem needs means a feeling of achievement, a feeling of accomplishment, something praise or prestige, etc. Then self actualization, he has achieved everything now in life, but then also he needs self actualization, means he wants someone should recognize me, someone should respect me, or recognize me by my name or by my position in my career, in my life. So that's it, that is called self fulfillment needs or self actualization. So here he has achieved the full potential, includes creative activities, etc. So these are five needs. Okay, you have to remember these five needs, the headings, and what it includes, what type of needs it includes in that heading, and the scientist name, when he has developed, etc. should be remembered by you. The next theory is McGregor's X theory and Y theory. Okay, so what he says, there are two types of employees in the organization. In every organization, there are two types of employees: theory X employees and theory Y employees. So, what is theory X employees? The employees who dislike the work, who do not want to work. Okay, who do not want any responsibilities, or they are lazy, they don't want to perform, don't want to do some creative work, they dislike the work, they are are arrogant in their work, so etc. Type negative part of employees are generally included in theory X. And what is theory Y opposite to theory X? That is the employees like the work, they are creative, they always do some innovative things in their career, and they want responsibility, they take responsibilities and fulfill that their goal, and they can exercise the self direction, they are self motivated. So when you have two types of employees in your organization, how you are going to control them? Okay, so theory X, who does not like work, you will have, the organization, what they do with these employees, they have strict supervision on them, or these type of people are not included in any decision making policy, or their opinion are not considered, etc. They don't get any reward or any incentives, welfare benefits, etc. But in Y theory, suppose persons are very much performing very good, and they like their work, they achieve their goals, then they will get some rewards, they will get some promotion, etc. And their opinions are also considered in any decision making, they are going to participate in every decision making. So this is the controlling activities in theory X and theory Y. Next is Husberg's two-factor theory. Okay, so this theory was developed by Frederick Husberg, who was a famous psychologist of USA, and there are two types of factor he has developed: hygiene factors and motivator factors. So hygiene factors, also called extrinsic factors, and motivators factors are also called intrinsic factors. So intrinsic, the spelling is INSTRINSIC. uh, so what is extrinsic factors? Means hygiene factors is not good for the organization, or it leads to have dissatisfaction in the employees. Why? Because suppose if working conditions are not proper, where there is very much crowd, there is no such facilities for employees, or the company policies are not appropriate, the salary is low as compared to other companies, or employees have not that freedom in the organization to work, or they have strict supervision in the organization, then these type of factors will lead to have dissatisfaction and a lack of motivation in the employees, so that they cannot work efficiently and effectively. And opposite to that, intrinsic factors means motivator factors lead to have satisfaction in the employees. Means it leads to satisfaction, the factors like achievements, responsibilities, job securities, welfare facilities, if you provide them, then it lead to have satisfaction, they will be motivated, and they will work harder and efficiently and effectively, and their performance will be high. So these are the two factors developed by Husbergs. The next is ERG theory. Okay, E stands for existence, R stands for relatedness, and G stands for growth. So in this theory, very simple, as you have studied the Maslow's hierarchy theory. Okay, you can see the picture, it is same as Maslow's theory. There are 5 levels of human needs, and in ERG theory, what they have done, they have just grouped these levels. Means 5 levels are converted into 3 groups. that is existence group, relatedness group, and growth group. So in the existence group, first two needs, that is physiological needs and safety needs, are included. In the relatedness, other two groups means other two needs, social belongingness, that is love needs, and self esteem needs are included in the relatedness, and the self actualization is included in the growth level. So it is only the part that is Maslow's five level hierarchy is converted into three groups, that is Aldous ERG model. So you have to remember these groups. The next is McClelland's theory of needs. McClelland's theory of needs, as per his point of view, he says there are three needs are important, that is need for achievement, need for power, and need for affiliation. So these needs are also included in the higher level of Maslow's theory, that is self actualization or esteem needs. These are the esteem needs or self actualization needs. Then need for achievements means someone wants to achieve something in the life, so and they want to achieve in their career, they want to have the success, they want to have the set of standards in the life. And need for power means everyone wants to have some power, some authority, they want to control others. So this is again one of the important need. Every human uh, needs these type of powers. The need for affiliation means everyone wants a good relationship with the management, good relationship with the top management, or they want a friendship or harmonial environment with the subordinates. So these type of needs are also important in the organization as per McClelland's theory. So these are the five theories of motivation. First of all, remember the names. Okay, as a MCQs type of question paper, you will be asked the theory, the scientist name, when it was developed, who has developed, what type of contents included. Maybe you will ask, suppose they will give the example that employees who do not work, or sorry, do not like their work, or they are lazy, then what type of employees they are. Then they will give the options like theory X, theory Y, theory Z. Then you have to choose, that is theory X. So these type of questions will be asked. In ERG theory, R stands for, okay, so relatedness. So these type of answers, questions will be there. Okay. So here we have completed the concept directing and motivation and theories of motivation. There is one part of in the topic, that is leadership. The video which is already uploaded on my channel, and the link will be shared in the description box. And in the next video we are going to learn communication concept. There are types of communications, and you know verbal communication, non-verbal communication, etc. are there. So we are going to learn in the next video. So I hope you understood the concept. And if you want MCQs parts, or some sample questions for MCQs for this topic, that is principles of management, just comment in the comment box. I will send you the question bank. Okay. Thank you so much.